Okay, Snake. Hurry to the rendezvous point. Your radar is marked with which way to go.
You're wasting your time!
It's a striker! Your defensive line is a lot thicker. It's gonna be tougher to break through. That striker will be shooting at you, too. Stay on your toes. It might be best to avoid that area altogether if you can.
What the hell are you doing? I think I saw something. Guess it was just my imagination.
Back me up! me up! Metal Gear Solid 4 Integral
Okay, Snake.
Podcast.
Hurry to the rendezvous point. Your radar is
Recorded at
marked with
Konami
which way to
HQ
go.
in downtown Tokyo, this is your host, Ryan Payton, for the exclusive in-game broadcast of
Metal Gear Solid 4 Integral Podcast.
Welcome to the first ever Metal Gear Solid 4 Integral Podcast, number 1. It's going to be included in MGS4. As you know, playing through the game, as you're doing right now, you've got the iPod equipped, and you're listening to this show, and you can be able to download future shows in the coming months. But first, let me introduce Aki Saito, who's joining me on the program. Hey, everyone. Thanks for joining me, Aki. It's kind of weird. We're in the future now. It's 106 days in the future that we're recording this.
Yes.
Or that we're broadcasting this. We're recording this in February, knowing that this is going to be burnt onto the Blu-ray disc for millions of people to enjoy.
It's exciting, isn't it?
Yeah, I've never been burnt on a Blu-ray disc before.
Me neither.
So people listening to this, they come across the iPod in MGS4.
Yes.
They come across this episode, and they're wondering, now what exactly is this, and what is this for?
Yes.
Good question.
This is to, well, actually, there's a lot of meanings, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, to ease the tension when you're playing the game.
Right.
Things like that as well.
You can play your own music, you can play this, you can ease the tension by listening to our voices.
Our stupid conversations.
Yes. And you also ease the tension of Snake, because his sight gauge will fill up if you're listening to music,
Exactly.
or if you're listening to this program.
Metal Gear Solid 4 Integral Podcast.
Snake, watch out. That area is covered by PMC snipers.
On an Apple
Boy,
iPod, not
this
just
is
a
gonna
generic
be tough.
MP3 player.
If only you could find a route that takes you behind.
Getting
Avoids them altogether.
Talk about that process of getting the iPod into the game, which is very cool.
Yes, well, Kojima Production always comes up with cool ideas, and at that time still is. Everyone has an iPod as their favorite music player, and we thought, as Hideo, Mr. Kojima is a great Apple fan as well. We thought that why not we put the actual iPod in the game and for Snake to use as an item, which is a cool idea. So it was really fun working with Apple because they're really nice guys actually.
And you're a super fan of Apple.
Well, yes, me too. You and I are the last sole survivors within the company to have the Mac PCs on the desk and work on it.
But you take it a step further. You have a competitor's laptop. It's a PC-based laptop.
Yes.
With an Apple sticker over their brand, over their logo on that laptop, so people from a distance think you're on a power bank.
Yeah. Well, that's actually I customize inside as well. So because at home I've always been an Apple user, and it's I changed the inside as well. And it's, I don't know. It's just more fun when you're working. Right. You don't get dull, and you want to work on a computer that you love.
Well, you like to be that rebel.
Yeah. Well,
But it's funny. But it's funny because you don't have to be a rebel if you're outside of Japan, like especially like in the States. You see Macintosh, you see MacBooks and all over the place. But but really, the iPod is synonymous with MP3 players. And so we've got in the game. Did you have to go through a bunch of different checks?
Well, yeah, I did a couple of rounds of trying to get approvals, but what I did was, this was really cool. They actually wanted to see how what you guys are playing right now, how this will work. So what I did was I went to the studio and I made a video. Different productions. Thanks, guys. And we made a cool video, and made sure that can be played on the iPod as well.
Oh, slick.
So I sent that DVD over to Apple. They really loved it. Gave me approval on that. So
cool.
screenshots, usually, this happens only on screenshots and text-based explanation.
Sure.
But I thought
You want to see it in motion, right?
yeah, so, usually you kind of ask them to come into the studio and that kind of thing, but that wasn't possible, so I made a cool video. And they seen this of what the players are doing right now, so everything was sent to Apple. They loved it. It's great.
Perfect.
Metal Gear Solid 4 Integral Podcast.
So the plan for this podcast, and I can actually say podcast now because I kind of steer away from that word sometimes because it's really a radio program and not necessarily everybody's listening to it on an iPod. So why call it a podcast? But this time we know everybody's listening to this in the in-game iPod, you can't download this on our website or through iTunes. It's exclusive to MGS4. You can listen to this program, and we have future programs as well as music that will be coming out in the coming months after the release of MGS4. That you'll be able to download, and we're going to be talking about making of the game, kind of like a director's commentary, which is it's something that's never been done for games before.
I mean,
This format.
Yeah, this format is really cool. I mean, usually director's commentary or making of is done for this or things like that. But of course, we could have that. But it's so cool as an item in the game. You actually have to collect them, right? And when you find it, you want to listen.
Snake! PMC airstrike!
You'll play the game while like
Chatting away and blabbering about all sorts of stuff. And we're going to be providing background info on the game, about different areas of the game, the creation of those areas, as well as strategies, things how to defeat bosses if you're so inclined. But the question is what to do about spoilers, and I'm still thinking about that.
Metal Gear Solid 4 Integral Podcast.
As Mr. Kojima surmised on the Japanese side of this podcast, on the Japanese version of MGS4, this is probably the listener's second time through MGS4. I don't know about you when you played MGS4, but you play it once. Different route, or I'm going to try these different items or these different weapons. I'm guessing most people are going to be listening to the iPod through the second time through, because the first time through you want to listen to the Harry Gregson Williams soundtrack, right?
Well, no, the first time actually you're so tense trying to clear the game.
Yeah, you didn't even know what's going on.
Yeah, so I did know what the iPod, you could use the iPod, but you have to use it as an item.
Right.
And you want that solid eye as well,
Sure.
that you and
Or
I
the
love
rations,
so much.
yes.
Yeah, the rations. So, yes, I think second playthrough, third playthrough is what everyone's listening right now.
So as players have probably noticed, if this is the second time through, their items and their Drebin points are going to carry over to the second playthrough. And so they can use the second playthrough to try to hunt down items that are not found in Drebin's shop, or rare items like some kind of face camos. So there's a lot to go through on your second time, your third time through.
I mean, this is a time of fun, isn't it?
Yeah,
I mean, you're
totally.
now easy about the routes and what's going to happen.
Right.
You're more explorer, and maybe sneaking as well.
Yeah, you're
So,
better at sneaking.
Yeah, you're going to try a lot of things. Since you're listening, actually, you should be more easy and enjoying the game, actually more relaxed, listening to this radio program at the same time. I think it's a fun experience, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm looking forward to hearing us do this on June 12th when the game launches. Now, don't forget to check back frequently to download new episodes of the MGS4 Integral podcast on the same spot you found on your iPod in the game of MGS4. And also don't forget to check out our other show, which is on the web. You can subscribe to it through iTunes. It's our normal podcast. We do it every week. It's usually Ken, myself, and Aki or Mark. And we do that every week. We're approaching the 100th episode. And you can download that like on your computer, and we give you an update about what's going on in the world of Kojima Productions, not necessarily all MGS4 stuff. It's a good show. I like it.
Yeah, it's a
Not bad.
lot of secrets given away as well.
Yeah, a lot of leaks, a lot of
Yeah.
information leaks. That's how we roll. But this is going to close the inaugural MGS4 Integral Podcast, number 1.
I hope everyone enjoying it, and I hope everyone finds their way to play it, because there's various ways. My recommendation is try just sneak everything through. It's gonna be really fun.
Yeah, definitely. Play it as a sneaking game,
Yeah,
not as a straight up action game. You're gonna enjoy it.
yeah, it is. Thanks, Ryan. Thanks for having me today.
Oh, thanks, Aki.
All right, that's going to wrap up this edition of the Metal Gear Solid 4 Integral Podcast. Be sure to download future episodes available exclusively through the Metal Gear Solid 4 game. From all of us at Kojima Productions, thanks for listening and thanks for playing.
We're out of here.
Snake, I'm detecting a trap in your vicinity. It's a bomb that uses an infrared sensor as a detonation trigger. It's a remote control device, and I'm detecting slight traces of volatile sleep gas. Trigger it, and you'll be knocked out, so be careful. I'm picking up a faint radio signal from that thing. I'm guessing it might be transmitting its operating status in real time. I'd leave those sensors alone if I were you.
あなたへの想いも叶う素敵な人形騙されて泣き濡れた夜もあったけれど後ろは振り返らないそう素敵なもの選び抜いてきっと掴むは通販クイーン通販でお買い物どこにも出かけずバーゲン気分1000点も今すぐ買うとポイント貯まるのカタログ通じて未来も夢もやってくるすごいのよこのメガネこんなの見えちゃうの本当に効くのかな水をかけるだけで人をいつでもどこでもカウンター時の旅人17歳騙されてやけどした夜もあったけれど後ろは振り返らないそう夢あるもの選び抜いてきっと掴むは通販プレゼン通販でお買い物間違いないの予想しない多分全然さあもきっといつかは役に立つの通販でお買い物漏れなくついてるおまけは余分ジャブジャブジャックリンも正しく使ってき
Drop your weapon! Drop your weapon!
All right. Here.
Easy now. Don't move!
You haven't even taken the safety off, rookie.
Careful, I'm no rookie. I'm a 10-year vet.
How the hell did you ever survive 10 years?
Don't move! CQC. Real big boss, huh? Lower your weapon! Slowly now. I wouldn't try anything funny if I were you.
Fox.
Snake? Snake?
Meryl.
Is that you? What happened to your face?
Accelerated aging. They don't know the cause.
Oh my god.
Meryl, you're my informant in the US military.
And you must be the inspector sent by the UN. Akiba!
Commander! Sorry.
This is Rat Patrol Team 01. We're with the CID, one of the bodies investigating PMC activity.
First hounds, now rats. Here, you can have this back. What is your problem? You okay? Stomach pains? Diarrhea?
It's been 4 days since Liquid arrived in the area. And since then, this woman's been with him. She doesn't look like a combatant. Probably some kind of advisor, maybe a scientist.
So, you're the commander of this O1 unit.
Why? Something wrong with that? Here, I'll introduce you to the team. That's Ed, our radio man and sniper. The sleeping giant is Jonathan. Don't stand behind him. He hates it when people go around his back. And finally... Johnny. Everybody just calls him Akiba.
Commander, I've finished installing the sensors. Whoa.
Okay, Akiba. Anyway,
You're all grown up.
maybe it's because someone taught me well. A certain legendary hero who suddenly disappeared. You quit the unit. Me? I never gave up on you. Or on Foxhound. Back then, I just wanted you to accept me. I wanted you to turn around and see who I was. But I've put the past behind. I'm done playing little love games. So, what are you here for?
Threat assessment. The PMCs.
Really? Because I heard a rumor there's an assassin out there targeting their leader.
Well, that's some rumor. I'm only here because the UN wants me to assess the impact and effects of PMCs on their refugee protection efforts.
That's all?
More than enough for a retired vet like me.
I know he's plotting an insurrection. But as long as AT Security's system is in place, there's no way he'll succeed.
How can you be so sure?
They've implemented a system that monitors in real time every single soldier engaged in combat action. Whether he's State Army or PMC. Each individual soldier has been fully ID tagged with nanomachines injected into their bodies for that purpose. The nanomachines keep track of the soldiers and their real-time personal data 24 hours a day. They monitor each man's position, movement speed, reserve ammo, firing accuracy, wounds, rations, water intake and supply, sweat secreted, heart rate, blood pressure and sugar levels, oxygen. All the data gathered on body condition, on sensory organ data showing pain and fear, data on every internal response within the body. All of it is collected by an AI at the system's core. This data is monitored at HQ to enable command to make quicker, more precise, more rational decisions. It also enables crisis management for each individual soldier. It's being used by the US military, by state armies in allied countries, by PMCs. Even police agencies are starting to adopt it. Unless they agree to implement the system, PMCs aren't permitted to send troops anywhere.
You've got these system nanomachines in you too.
Of course. Our unit plays by the rules, same as everybody else. It was creepy at first, knowing you're being watched 24/7, but I've gotten used to it. It gives us a lot of advantages in the field, too. We get a clearer picture of what's going on around us, so there's less confusion during missions. And our nanomachines communicate with each other, making teamwork a lot smoother. And that's not all the system does for us. It's also a security guarantee against the PMCs.
Security guarantee.
That's right. The PMCs are combat groups without states or ideologies. They're not fighting out of nationalism or for a cause. They don't care why the war is being fought. They're just bodies fighting on someone else's behalf. They're mercenaries, a commodity. So it's easy to imagine them betraying their clients by joining the enemy or refusing to fight, or committing humanitarian atrocities. To keep these things in check, they ensured that no one can use firearms or military vehicles without the proper system ID. It's true for every piece of equipment out there. So even if the PMCs tried to mount a terrorist attack or coup d'etat, their weapons and equipment would automatically be locked out. they wouldn't be able to move, attack, or engage in combat of any kind. And there's more. All the data on their position, personnel, and combat strength is leaked to us by the nanomachines. Even if they managed to circumvent the system by getting the nanomachines out of each soldier's body, they'd be losing their IDs in the process, so they couldn't use their weapons.
And the Patriots are behind this.
Lalilulelo, what are you talking about?
Never mind. So this system is foolproof, huh?
Completely. They call it SOP.
Sons of the Patriots.
The AI that controls it is a tightly guarded secret, both at Arms Tech Security, where it was developed, and at the Pentagon. There's no way a third party could get control of it.
I just met a guy who said he can launder ID guns. The system does have holes.
There can't be more than a few hundred of those gun launderers. It's just a grassroots movement. It's not like they can affect the entire PMC war machine. Anyway, Liquid would have had to register as a PMC in the system to assemble an army that massive. His PMCs might even exceed the US military in terms of numbers, but as long as they're registered, their soldiers' activities are constantly being monitored. So long as the US responds immediately when Liquid makes his move, we can take them down by force.
By force, huh?
When RSOC heard about Liquid's plans, they sent us to sniff around the PMCs. Even with this SOP keeping an eye on things, there are always trouble spots to deal with in the field. Disorderly conduct, disobeying orders, contract violations. We act as backup for the system by monitoring the soldiers. PMC inspections are always carried out on the battlefield. That's why we're authorized to carry and use weapons. We've lost 5 inspection teams in the past few months alone. They were all undercover inside Liquid's PMCs.
Then, if you got caught...
We'd be exterminated like rats. But we're smarter than that. We've been mingling with the PMCs, and after 3 months of searching God knows how many battlefields, we finally tracked him down. When we reported that we'd found Liquid, our superiors ordered us to provide the UN investigators with intel. But I didn't know it'd be you.
Didn't the Colonel tell you he was sending me?
Colonel? Don't tell me it's Campbell!
Yeah.
He put you up to this?
You didn't know.
You've gotta be kidding! You expect me to work with my uncle?
Meryl.
This is bullshit! He's not my father.
Meryl. So, you knew.
Yeah. Little violation of the need-to-know rule.
Then, why are you still calling him Uncle?
You're still calling him Colonel.
He's your father.
As far as I'm concerned, we're still uncle and niece. I will never forgive that womanizing piece of shit.
Meryl.
He, remarried.
Really?
His new wife's about my age. I hear she's even got a kid. It's as if he's given up on making up with his own daughter. Men. Selfish, egotistical pigs.
Commander.
What is it?
There's 20 of them. And they're not from that PMC praying mantis either. It's the Frog.
His private troops.
Oh, crap. This is not good.
Were you being followed?
No.
Akiba!
They might have seen the reflection off my scope lens. Whoa, wait. Hang on. You guys think it was my fault? Oh, no. Oh, it wasn't my fault, I swear! It wasn't my fault! Oh, man. Oh, look,
Dumbass! We're moving out.
Meryl, where's Liquid?
At a camp up ahead. I'll fill you in later. If we're still alive. Follow me. Eye contact. These guys are with Liquid's private army. Shoot first, think later. We'll use the stairs and get out through the back door on the first floor. We'll change the route as necessary. I'm on point. Stay close. Got it?
Got it.
Akiba, breathe deep.
got it.
We've got a real live legendary hero with us. Try not to choke. Move!
Akiba's traps is still in the way. It's set too deep in the wall for the Mark II to get at it. You'll have to wait until Akiba gets there to disarm it.
夜もあったけれど後ろは振り返らないそう夢あるもの選び抜いてきっと掴むは通販プリセット通販でお買い物間違いないそういうそうしないはず全然さあきっといつかは役に立つの通販でお買い物漏れなくついてるおまけは余分ジャブジャブジャックリンも正しく使ってきれいになるのよお買い通販でお買い物やめられないのよショッピングヘブンからいろはを送るぜあなたの心に少しちゃうのよ通販でお買い物お部屋でのんびりゴージャス気分ときめきアイテムで私の暮らし素敵に飾るよ
I'm counting on you, Snake.
Seriously, Akiba, what the hell?
Hey.
Ugh.